Hey everybody, Unicronobot here, and welcome to another video review. And today we are looking at possibly the most anticipated, or at least for me, the most anticipated figure in the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters second line, and that is the Voyager class Shockwave. I have been waiting since Shockwave's first appearance for this figure, and when Takara first released their ARMS Micron of Shockwave and they just made it a Fall of Cybertron repaint, I was infuriated. I cannot tell you how mad I was at this. But then Lexitron went to the Hasbro panel at the New York Comic Con, and they said that they intended to make figures of every character that would appear. So we knew from the bat Shockwave would be the highest demand one, and here he is. That being said, let's take a good look at this figure. And here he is in his Cybertronian tank, which has been getting a lot of crap from a lot of people. A lot of people are saying it's stupid, it's pointless, it doesn't look like anything. And after taking a good look at this guy, I think I found an Earth-based equivalent to this. And for that, I'll need to take out the Generations Warpath. After looking at this guy, I gotta say, this guy is a really stylized version of an H-Tank. The only real difference between this and the H-Tank is that the front treads, I guess you could say, are much more exaggerated. And obviously the cannon itself is much higher mounted. So I'm not really upset with this vehicle mode. And on top of that, it's show accurate. This, if you watch the second episode of Beast Hunters, they show this right off the bat. This is how his vehicle mode actually looks in the show. But yeah, and this mode is meh. Now that I understand the look of it, it looks cool, but movement-wise, it's meh. Mostly because they have rubber treads and like little to no space for the tires to actually roll. So as you can see, just by trying to roll it, I'm already gathering dust on the actual soft plastic treads. And then on top, you could also see his hand is just hanging there. So I will say that they needed to find a way to fix this rolling problem. And I guess you could also say kind of has visible head syndrome, but his head is weird enough that I can say it's not that bad. Now let's take a look at his gun, the Hyperflux Cannon. If you read the instructions, they say that this gun shoots out mini black holes at his targets. Mini black holes means that they destroy all matter in that area. That basically means Shockwave possesses the most powerful gun in Transformers history. That is insane. He possesses the most powerful gun in history. And I gotta say, I really like this gimmick. I'll admit, when I first saw the obligatory product shots, I thought it was just you press this button and they just split. And it's connected to a spring, so it clicks right back into place when you're done pressing the button. But instead, when you click it, spins it, it opens, and then the missile inside, it looks like it's actually gliding up. It's a really interesting, innovative way to make it look like your weapon is lighting up without having to actually invest in LED lighting. This is a smart, clever, and just all-around fun way to getting around that problem. And also, when you're done pressing the button, it locks back into place. This is a really cool weapon, and the vehicle mode is decent. I don't hate it. And the other thing is, people are mad at this, yet they enjoyed the Dyson vacuum cleaner that was the Dark of the Moon Shockwave's vehicle mode. Lighten up, guys. Come on. That being said, let's transform this guy. Now, his transformation is actually interesting but easy. I normally like to start off with just unpegging his cannon arm and just bringing it back. And then from there, you essentially have that one done. And then from here, you just... Oh, and then with this, you just shimmy these back right here. They should lock into place. That's how... they connect to each other right there. That's how you know that you did it right. Just bring that out, bring out the arm, and then from there, you unpeg his little chest bit from his legs, and from here you realize that when he was in vehicle mode, his hand was grabbing his junk. And then you just push it right there, and it just rests there. It's mostly there from friction and slightly pegged in, but it's not too bad. Then you just bring the legs down and around, and from here you push this. It's on a sliding joint, so you just gotta. Mine is really tight, and then you just do that, and then from there you just bring down the foot. Do the same on this side. Just push this down, if I can get it to do it, and then on the leg. And then you have the legs done, and then from here you just bring this down. I know the directions say to fold this down, but me being a show accurate maniac, I need these to be up because his wing spikes in the show stay up. It's not perfect, but it's close enough for me to say show accurate. And then from there, you just, to top it all off, just spin his head around, and here you have Shockwave. And this guy is everything I wanted in the Shockwave figure. It is incredibly show accurate. If you recall in the Christmas special that me and Lexatron did, we listed our opinions on the best Transformers of 2012. And Dreadwing was on it because I honestly saw him as the best Voyager in the Transformers Prime line. Nope, not anymore. Shockwave has taken his place, in my opinion, as the best Transformers Prime Voyager. And I'm going to tell you why now. First off, how this guy looks. Looks insane. He is perfect. He is show accurate all the way. I was so worried they were going to butcher this guy, but everything they did about this guy is, dare I say, spot on. The head sculpt is incredible. It's like they took it right out of the show and just put in plastic. The light piping in the eye. Look at this. It glows perfectly, and the molded in details in the eye are incredible. Let me put it this way. This is why I like this guy so much. I'm going to bring out Dark of the Moon Shockwave. This is everything that I wanted this to be. Especially when it comes to his cannon. Not only is the cannon part of his arm and not just like connected to his arm, but it's also light, can move around, and you can swivel it so that no matter how you have it set, it will not really be impeding on anything. And to make this guy even more perfect, they gave him a hose. Now to do that, what you want to do is you want to lift this up, and then you're going to shimmy out this little tread right here. And then you're just going to bring this back down. And then there's a little slot right here. You're going to take this, and let's see if I get this right, because when I first tried doing this, it took me like 10 minutes. There we go. And then, bam, you get Shockwave's hose. Everything about this guy is awesome. I love this figure. It is incredible how show accurate and how all the things they do. Now, the overall look of him is perfect. The molding is perfect. The plastic, unlike the Beast Hunter's Optimus, feels good. It feels really good. But that being said, let's look at the mechanics of this guy with articulation. His head, sadly, though, is on a swivel, but it's not too bad because, again, his head is actually relatively large. If they were able to give him a ball joint, I'd be quite impressed. His arms are on swivels. They go in, out, and also what I love is they made the shoulders, put the shoulder on a spring, so no matter how, technically if you lift this up, you can lift up his, no matter how high you lift up his arm, his shoulder pad will follow. They have a bicep swivel, he bends at the elbow, and this arm has a little ball joint, so you get a decent range of motion, but the armor bits on his arm kind of hinder them, which sucks. Same articulation on this arm. It's a little funnier because he has a giant ass gun, but same amount of articulation. And what's good about the hose is unlike the Dark of the Moon Shockwaves, this hose moves with the gun. The gun does not move with the hose, which I really like a lot. His legs go this far out, and they're on nice ratchet joints on the side. Then they go forward, back. He has, beautiful ratchet joints. Really nice, but just with all the nice articulation, you can really get a lot of really nice poses out of this guy. Just look at that. That is just absolutely ninja. I love this guy. And the gimmick works exactly the same. You just press this button and shoots the gun out. And the gimmick still works perfectly fine. Nothing hinders it. No, it doesn't hit anything unless you have it right next to his leg. It's really good. Everything about this guy's appearance and mechanics are so good. I love it. Now let's get these size comparisons done, because for once I have a ton of size comparisons for this guy. First off, let me show you him next to Megatron. As you know, again, I am a very show accurate. I need that. I need it to be show accurate. And he's too big. He's too big next to Megatron. That's my only problem. He is far too big next to Lord Megatron. It's a little upsetting. While I don't like how he's not size accurate, I'm okay with it because this is the size I wanted Shockwave to be. And hopefully with the Beast Hunters Megatron that's to come out soon, which one I'm hoping is show accurate, 2 is just a little taller, if not the same height. That's all I ask from this. And I don't have the Beast Hunters Optimus out because, as you know, I despise that thing, so he's locked up in a box somewhere. Here he is next to First Edition Optimus Prime. And, again, relatively sized nice. He's taller than him still. Here he is next to the mighty Lord Predaking. And again, he's taller, which really surprised me. I thought that out of all the Voyagers they would release, the Predaking would be the largest, but he's not. I guess I have no choice, because I do need to talk about it, because it came with the toy. He does have his beast armor. Alright, let's take a look at the chest piece, which is a dragon-like face with tusks and what appears to be some kind of matrix of leadership, which I don't get why Shockwave would have the matrix of leadership. And then he has the shoulder pads, which look like claws, and when it's in vehicle mode, they're supposed to be claws. But to do it, all you have to do is, for the shoulder pads at least, there's this little port. You just plug this in right here. And same on this side. And there you have his shoulders, and then for this you just peg this in. Here he is with his armor. I get why they did it. It's stupid, but I get why they did it. They needed to give him a gimmick aside from just his gun, so they had to give him the beast armor, but it's removable. So guess what this is going? This is going into the bin of accessories that will never ever be used. Final thoughts on this guy? Get him. This is something that this guy is so impressive. I love everything about him. His vehicle mode, it's a decent vehicle mode once you look past the fact that it's not a space gun. Come on, G1 purists. What is a floating space gun going to do in a Prime cartoon? This isn't G1 anymore. They can't get away with that type of stuff. Kids are smart now. And the robot mode is absolutely perfect. Aside from his backpack, which isn't even that bad, I love it. This guy is a perfect representation of the Prime Shockwave. His gimmick, the gun, is really awesome. It's a fun gimmick. It doesn't get in the way of the actual figure. It's an interesting way to make figure look like it lights up without giving it the bulk and weight of an LED light. Just an amazing figure. I cannot recommend this Shockwave enough. This, as of right now, is possibly my favorite Transformers Prime toy to date. Maybe that will change with the coming of the new Megatron or the Leader Predaking, but right now, this guy is my favorite. So, thanks for watching. Just keep checking out our channel. We post things as much as we can every week. Check out the Playroom on Fridays and check out Masterpieces on Sunday. This is Unicronobot. Sign